look for history to repeat itself. What do you mean history's going to repeat itself? That's right, folks. What I'm going to go to is Matthew 24, verse, let's start with 6, and you will hear wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. What? So why are you even telling me this stuff, Jesus? For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And if you still have your crazy Westcott and Hort heretical NIV, it says birth pains. But in the New King James and the King James, you can also find the term labor pains in 1 Thessalonians 5. So, what does he mean by that? Everyone's been keeping their eye out. If you've been following any type of eschatological research, people pull out their charts of earthquakes building up in the last few years and how it's exponentially growing, the famines, the pestilences, and the wars and rumors of wars, and eventually we're all going to self-destruct and die with a nuclear holocaust. Kind of true in a sense, but hey, let's go back to history repeating itself. What do I mean by that? Listen, that the ending will not be it will not continue to grow and grow these things here. He says this is the beginning of the birth pains, as a woman is in labor pains. It just marks the beginning of it. How do labor pains end? Does she keep screaming until eventually she explodes and dies? No. A baby pops out, and peace overcomes the delivery room. The baby's in the mother's arms. Everything is fine and diddly dandy. Okay, so that will be how this ends. These will continue to escalate until the society, until the world, the panic reaches a point where they are completely helpless. Remember our second or third video where the Illuminati motto, Ordo ab chao, order out of chaos. This chaos will continue to be created, propagated. There'll be all sorts of new age satanic propaganda will continue in the inclusion of the economy. What else? Global warming, famines. That milk incident in China for the poor babies is far from being the last thing, and just all sorts of stuff. And what is the ending? Well, the ending, for the first time around, was actually a giant explosion. We, in essence, kind of destroyed ourselves as far as human beings and mankind is concerned. What do I mean by this? Listen, birth pains work like this. A woman's labor, if there was a chart here, a woman's pregnancy. Okay, you have what is the final labor pain, the big shebang, but right before that, you have what is called the fake birth. It feels just like the real thing, and some women who aren't educated in that, may start panicking. Oh, the baby's about to pop up. Henry, start the car. And she goes in and nothing happens. Okay, so what happens the next time around when she feels exactly the same way? She'll just say, oh, don't worry about it. We wasted our time last time, and then boom, a baby pops out on the bathroom floor. Okay, what do we have to, if he brought up the term sorrows, birth pains, labor pains, and it is actually mirrors what a woman goes through in the history of mankind, you will find that everything seemed to have escalated at the point of World War II, the Great Depression era. All this, everything accumulated, and that became the point of climax for mankind. And how did it end? Well, there was a big kaboom. It was called Hiroshima. We blew the crap out of Hiroshima, and a whole bunch of people died. So what's going to happen now? Will history repeat itself? When I say history will repeat itself like this, and there will be an even worse, exponentially worse nuclear holocaust with the strength of the nuclear bombs we have now? No. And this is, now I'm bringing in the UFO stuff again. It was mentioned briefly. Now we're going to go all out with this UFO stuff and explain why they're even around and why they teach what they teach. What they teach, first clue for you, is that this will never happen again. Hiroshima will never happen again. In fact, when Hiroshima happened, they crowned and conceived and brought up their last and new prophet, and raised him up, and he has begun speaking, and has been speaking now for over 30 years, and history will be repeating itself, and we will escalate back to the point of, to the brink of destruction again. Ahmadinejad, the president of Iran, has said he's been working with the Mahdi, that's their Islamic savior and a Muslim savior, and he's been told by the Mahdi to begin World War III so the Mahdi can make his appearance. Now the Mahdi, the Maitreya, every, all these folks, the Emmanuel, whatever he may be, they're all the false Christ. It's not our Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. These are the false Christ. This is the Antichrist. He just goes by a whole bunch of different names. But again, I will identify who he is. I'm already giving you hints. But he was told to start World War III so that the Mahdi can make his appearance and bring peace. So just one of many things. And look out here for history to repeat itself. During that World War II era, the Great Depression, I mean, just by mentioning the Great Depression, you can already jump ahead here and try to and see how history is repeating itself now, and economically speaking. And as far as the wars are concerned, do not forget about our little run-in with Russia by way of Georgia, and our problems with China and North Korea. So we're on the brink again. It hasn't. We haven't gone over the fence yet. The economy has, but stuff will continue to happen and escalate to the point of almost another self-destruction. But again, the UFO people have promised through their prophet that it will never happen again. So yeah, look out for that. And another thing that was around big time at the time was anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism, yep. The Jews, the Holocaust. Okay. Now, if another Holocaust were to occur, what would need to happen if you were Satan and you wanted to do it all over again via another Hitler? How about a thing called Holocaust denial? Have you heard of this? There are forums and going around across the world reteaching and trying to re-educate people about this thing called the Holocaust, and that it wasn't as severe as people say it was. This person who I am suggesting that maybe the Antichrist, the beast out of the sea, is also involved with this quote-unquote Holocaust denial teachings. And also, along with the anti-Semitism, the symbol of the swastika has returned. This person, who I contend, am guessing, is the beast out of the sea, and also the beast from the earth, the false prophet. Both are rocking the swastika. It is also known right now in the modern day, and they explain it away pretty well. They call it is the symbol, the ultimate symbol of the Maitreya. Take a look at that history repeating itself right before our eyes, and on top of that, just the anti-Semitism going on around the world. If you haven't seen a documentary called Obsession, it's very well done, and you'll see how history is repeating itself, and just the way hatred for the Jewish people is coming to the forefront again. Very disturbing, but again, we need to, if the birth pains had a deeper meaning, and maybe I'm going too far, but hey, maybe he brought it up for a reason, that labor pains. If humanity is at its end now, then a fake birth must have occurred first, and before the quote-unquote real birth. And again, out of the real birth, instead of a big another Hiroshima, it will be the revealing and the birth of the Antichrist, the beast out of the sea.